Now, I ain't one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speak.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Your boy Steve Harvey is hearing the words "you're fired" left and right. The Family Feud host was in the news just about a week ago with divorce rumors that he was leaving his wife of 12 years. They were supposedly headed to Splitsville, honey, but this was a claim that they both vehemently denied.
You leaving me?
We get a divorce?
You leaving me?
I mean, I read it.
Well,
So
but if you leaving, when was you gonna tell me?
I didn't know I was leaving. I just found out I was leaving.
Now, the word on the curb is that Steve has not only lost his talk show, which is being replaced by the Kelly Clarkson show, but he's also lost his spot on the show Little Big Shots to Melissa McCartney. Now, in just a second, we're going to talk about the irony of all of this, because y'all remember a few months ago, Steve was talking some big stuff to Monique, honey. Y'all remember he was like, "We black out here. We can't come out here doing anything we want to."
We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to.
Lord child, we're gonna get into that in just a second. Y'all just wait. Let's first get into why Steve got fired. Now, the show Steve aired for 7 years and it was doing great numbers. The show had wonderful segments. Steve added his comedy. He was down to earth. He was real relatable. So with all of that being said, what the hell happened? Now, according to Variety, the syndicated show filmed its last episode last Thursday, and the show will air episodes through June, and it will also run reruns through September. Now, this probably wasn't news to Steve because back in January, he expressed the uncertainty of his show's place at the network. Now, at that particular time, he blamed the Kelly Clarkson show as the reason why his show, Steve, would be finding itself looking for a new network, but that's not why. Okay, so let's piggyback a little bit. The Steve show started airing in 2012, and it had a 5-year deal with Endemol. Now, that deal ended in 2016. Now, you know your boy Steve said it's a money thing, right?
This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This
the
the
money
money
game.
game.
But
We in the money game.
They say with more money comes more problems, and that greed took the best of Steve. So what he did at the end of that 5-year deal was sign a bigger deal with IMG that gave him a bigger stake in the show. He had more ownership in the show, a higher paying salary, and creative control. Now, the same type of control and money is what Monique was trying to say that she deserved with Netflix, but Steve wasn't trying to hear. He kept trying to say, "But we black, right? We can't do this." Now, I keep trying to tell y'all we gonna get into this Monique thing in a second, but y'all keep trying to push me. Now, they said the new integration of the show focused more on celebrity guests and comedic segments, and it was renamed Steve. Now, since Steve made all of these changes, NBC Universal executives were said to be furious at losing their ownership stake in the show. Now, they still remain the distributor of the show, but they lost a good bit of money with Steve taking over with IMG. So in September, NBC Universal inked a deal with Kelly Clarkson to give her her own talk show during Steve Harvey's slot. So again, this is the same spot that Steve Harvey occupied. Now, in January, Steve spoke about Kelly Clarkson taking his spot, and he said, "I'm an honorable guy, and I'm just an old school guy, and I just thought that you're supposed to talk to people and go, look, you've been good business for us. This is what we're thinking of doing. Are you okay with it?" No, you don't just put something in the paper and say, "I'm going to make this move right here," because it's crazy. You look at the numbers of my show, and it's number 4 in daytime television. It's holding right there. I got a hit. Somebody's going to recognize that. Well, now Steve has gotten the boot, and since NBC owns his other show, Little Big Shots, as well, NBC is big mad at Steve, and he got the boot from that show as well. Now, NBC has not given a reason publicly as to why they have let go of Steve as the host of the show Little Big Shots, which he has been hosting for 3 years. But when they spoke to NBC's co-chairman of entertainment, Paul Tlaigdi, he spoke very highly of Melissa McCartney taking on as host of the show. He said that she was an incredible incredible performer and incredible comedian. He went on to say that the actress will bring a completely fresh perspective to the show. Melissa is a strong creative force with her own ideas. Now, he also states that changes will be apparent. Child, that's that shade. That's that white money shade that Steve loves so much. Now, changes will be apparent. I'm sure they will be. Now, I don't care if you like Steve or not. The man can definitely host the show. Now, as long as he can get your name right when he's announcing the winner, honey, there's definitely nothing you can take from this man when it comes to hosting. He knows how to capture an audience. He knows how to be funny. You definitely can't take that from him. So, Mr. NBC co-chairman, honey, that was shade that you definitely didn't have to throw. Now, everything that's happening to Steve right now is the same stuff that he was trying to tell Monique to try to avoid. Stay in your place. Don't ask for too much. Take what's given. And then he turns around and does the complete opposite, and look what happens. Now, y'all remember that convo he had with Monique where she blew up on him, honey, about being so ignorant. Monique let him know that it's not about the money, honey, it's about the integrity.
Gate. And the difficulty came in when people that look like me, like Oprah, Tyler, Lee Daniels, and I gotta put my brother Steve on the list. Y'all knew I was not wrong. Each one of you said to me, Monique, you're not wrong. And when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister done burnt too many bridges and there's nothing I can do for her now. Steve, do you know how hurt I was? What I would have appreciated from my brother was had you picked up the phone before you went on the air and said, Monique, you've burned too many bridges and there's nothing I can do. See, I would have appreciated had my brother called me up and said, baby, let's talk. Because you doing that was a part of me being difficult. When all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game, but let me tell you what the game is before the money game. Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo,
wait a minute.
If I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement. There are ways to win the war in a different way.
Steve is now responding to everything that's happening to him right now, and he's calling it a new chapter in his life, honey. He's saying as long as he's not homeless again, he's straight.
7 years coming to a close. Yeah. This is good, though, man. You gotta understand how it works. See, your life ain't nothing but a book. I happen to be 62 years old. I'm in the middle of my 62nd chapter of the book that I'm writing. There's some good books in there, too. It has some good chapters. It has some bad chapters. It has some chapters lasting a little bit longer than I wanted to. That homeless chapter, that's way too long. That was 3 chapters long. I'm homeless. I'm still homeless. Damn, I really am homeless. In this 62nd chapter, I got my finger on the corner of the page. All I'm doing is I'm about to turn it. I can't wait to see what God got for me on that other page.
Now, what is it exactly that Steve Harvey's next chapter will entail? Well, that's a bit up in the air. It appears that Steve will continue to host Family Feud and most likely show up to MC the Miss Universe pageant and Fox New Year's Eve with Steve Harvey, live from Times Square. Variety is also reporting that there's a good chance that Steve will launch a digital version of his show. Now, there's allegedly chatter that Harvey may establish a digital platform, possibly with Facebook, where he'll continue to do his comedic bits and topical segments. Now, you already know that Jada Pinkett has that on lock. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Steve Harvey. Fortunately, it's room for all of them out there. We definitely know Steve is not going to be spending his time getting sleep, honey, because he said rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. Y'all, let me know what you think about this entire situation concerning Steve losing all his jobs, honey. Let me know what you think, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Before I end this video, I want to tell you about a company called Ash Kicking. Now, you know your girl Chronicles would not promote a company without doing one of those thorough Chronicle Speaks investigations, honey, and Ash Kicking definitely passed the test. Y'all make sure to check out ashkicking.com for one of the best 100% natural home fragrance and beauty products, honey, and use my code Chronicles at checkout for an extra 15% off just for you. Also, make sure to check out XMoisture, which is a 100% organic moisturizer that destroys all your skin problems. Eczema, dry skin, rosacea, you name it, they got you covered. They also have before and after pictures. Check them out at www.xmoisture.com and tell them your girl Chronicle sent you.
And before you go, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, like this video, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.